years before the events in the Elder Scrolls or Oblivion. The Elder Scrolls Online lets you take part in the stories set within the compelling history and deep lore of the Elder Scrolls franchise. Designed to be played exactly the way you want to play, wherever you like, with no level restrictions required. This massive world is yours. Alone or with friends. Choose a favorite location or storyline and jump in. From the capital cities of the three alliances to the magical sun elsewhere, tomorrow win. Dark elves. From Froch, adventure is everywhere. To forge your own legend. Options for creating and personalizing characters in the Elder Scrolls Online are almost without limit. Choose from 9 different character races, with a 10th race option available as an add-on. Select from 6 unique classes and customize them to fill exactly the role you want to play. Want to create a high elf sorcerer who wears heavy armor and wields dual daggers for close quarters combat? Why not? Or maybe a red guard dragon knight who prefers light armor and a bow. It's completely up to you. Earn skill points as you adventure across Tamriel to improve your character. Then master and customize your skills to match your style of play. As you explore the world, keep an eye out for shards. For every 3 of these rare crystals you collect, you earn a bonus skill point to spend on your character. The in-game skill advisor provides recommendations on how to best spend your points at each level, based on the different roles available to your character. And you can always reset your skills and reallocate your points whenever you visit a major city, so you can build and play the exact character you imagine. Go anywhere, do anything. That's the freedom presented in Elder Scrolls Online. The game scales your character content, so explore any dark cave or mysterious forest that intrigues you. Adventure on your own, or with friends, even if those friends have wildly different levels or belong to different alliances. Dive into the rich and varied story content as a solo player, or join a group to take on the most dangerous dungeons and boss monsters in the world. During your character creation, select one of the 3 alliances competing for power in this era: the Daggerfall Covenant, the Ebonheart Pact, or the Old Mary Dominion. Each alliance features a unique and compelling storyline, But your choice never precludes you from playing with friends of different alliances. The Elder Scrolls Online is designed so you can travel anywhere at any time, no matter your level or alliance. Tamriel is a dangerous place. When you cannot sneak or talk your way out of conflict, you have to fight. The Elder Scrolls Online features an action-based combat system, reminiscent of the classic Elder Scrolls games. Use your skills, special abilities, and a combination of light and heavy attacks to defend yourself and your allies while you obliterate your foes. Unleash powerful synergy attacks when fighting as part of a group, and use block and dodge to reduce damage and avoid enemy attacks. If you prefer sneaking to direct combat, you can use stealth to evade detection, get around obstacles, or even set yourself up to unleash a potent surprise attack. Even the best solo player needs a little help now and then. Use the group and activity finder and the friends list to team up with other players for a dungeon or other adventure. The Elder Scrolls Online community is extremely welcoming to new players and invites them to join in. All players go out of their way to help new players and show them the ins and outs of adventuring in Tamriel. This is especially evident within player guilds, a great way to meet others and develop lasting relationships that enhance your game. Join a guild to trade resources, tackle group content, or simply chat about the latest revelation of lore. There are also in-game guilds your character can join to receive new skill options and special rewards. The Fighters Guild, the Mages Guild, the Dark Brotherhood, and the Thieves Guild are all accessible through story content. And for a real challenge, join the Undaunted and earn a unique skill line and extra rewards for tackling group dungeons. Dungeons present some of the most difficult and dangerous content available in the Elder Scrolls Online. From the small dungeon delves that challenge solo players, to group dungeons that require 4 players to take on, to the ultimate 12-person trials. These strange and wondrous places offer amazing visuals, complex battles, and compelling opponents unlike anything else in the game. Once your character reaches 10th level and you have a better understanding of the game, the Elder Scrolls Online gives you the option to participate in a variety of player versus player, or PvP, content. Duels offer a more intimate PvP experience, where you can test your skills or try out a new character build in one-on-one combat against another player. Battlegrounds present short, intense combat as 4-person teams take on 15-minute battles to earn achievements, experience, and special rewards. Alliance wars are large-scale battles where the 3 alliances fight for control of the imperial capital of Cyrodiil. With siege weapons and massive armies, fight to capture and defend keeps and win the day. While you adventure and explore, don't forget to collect the valuable resources you find scattered throughout the world. These items can be used to craft weapons, armor, food, potions, and accessories that you can use to improve or further customize your character. Develop your skills in one or more professions and improve them by completing specialized crafting writs. The professions include alchemy, blacksmithing, enchanting, clothing, woodworking, provisioning, and jewelry crafting. The Elder Scrolls Online provides players with the ability to own and personalize homes for their characters all across Tamriel. Homes can be acquired by completing quests, purchased through the Crown Store, or bought with in-game gold. Houses consist of single-room abodes to multi-chambered mansions. But nothing beats the opulence or grandeur of a manor house, complete with luxury accommodations for your character and up to 24 for guests. Home ownership doesn't end there. Craft furnishings and accessories, personalize, improve, and decorate your home. There's never been a better moment to jump in and start playing The Elder Scrolls Online. With access to a multitude of adventures all across the width and breadth of Tamriel, and the freedom to wherever and however you like. It's time to Scrolls story.
So this is waiting. Welcome to ESO News. This is a great thing as we're getting the system a little bit more prepared. Hope you guys are having a really good day and a good drive as we are gearing towards the daily login rewards. And also, those of you that are in Aberdeen looking to get over to Hoquiam here tonight for game night, 7 o'clock p.m. Come and share a piece of cake. Bring over some cake, and then we'll get a Elder Scrolls dagger, and we will slice some cake together, and we can share some cake together during the game night. That's some pretty sweet stuff, don't you think? I think so. That's a really good thing. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to get into ESO Online here, and we're going to check out what's going on with the daily login rewards. This is going really slow right now, so just please be patient with me, as this is all brand new stuff that works. Just going to take some time to get the system working a little bit better, as the system's going really slow right now. Very slow. So those of you guys that are going to be logging into your game here today, you guys should be receiving some soul gems that will help revive players and companions in game. It's a really sweet thing when you use those soul gems. You can go over to different types of places. Okay, so not for sure why that did not flip over. Some of these things that are supposed to be working are just not being seen. So some good news also. The Engage just came here. It's slowly working. I have the console on the charger, so the N gauge is charging right now, and hopefully be able to see some information on there to where we can get more information on what the different Elder Scrolls games are available on the N gauge, and so that's a great thing. So, are we gonna be able to talk to Nokia? Hopefully, we'll be able to talk to Nokia. What was it back in 2003? I think is when the N gauge was going through. The console is looking all right. It's charging. It's saying SIM card, and I don't even know half of the stuff like that's inside of there. But those of us that keep on working to put the N gauge back into production. That's the purpose of that, of getting the Elder Scrolls games onto the screen on the N gauge, and then also what we can do is we can go further, getting some of the other games. The only game that I've seen in the N gauge that's available for sale is Shadow Key, and so I'm looking over the Stormhold, Dawnguard, Oblivion, all of those different travels games inside of N gauge. That's going to be some fun stuff going in there, and I'm not for sure the exact reason on why Shadow Key is really the only one that is actually seen for sale on the some call them the cartridges, some call them memory cards, all sorts of different terms. We have to come to a conclusion on what those are. In old technology, I call them cartridges, and so like the Nintendo Switch, if you look at your Nintendo Switch, you put in a small little cartridge for your game series in Elder Scrolls. This is the same thing like over in the N gauge, but the N gauge is a little bit smaller than the Nintendo Switch. So I really like the N gauge, the inside. I will show some pictures here in a little bit on what that looks like. But for right now, we're going over the daily login rewards where you guys are going to receive some soul gems. So if you haven't logged into your game yet, go check it out and see if you got on Xbox a soul gem, or if you got on PlayStation, if you got a soul gem, we got to get revived. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be some fun stuff. So I'm going to get in here really quick with the patch notes that going on here today with presenting the version 9.5.0. This is going to be a really, really fun thing as we're gearing towards the next chapter, as we're going further in. That's a great thing. So I do believe that the pre-template of the patch notes of 9.3.5 is on the screen. However, the system is going a little bit slower, so kind of got to go with faith that this is on the screen here for you guys. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to go back to what you guys see, so I can see that you guys can see. This is a great thing when we're learning about the patch notes. That's the important thing. We're trying to get to update 42. You see what I'm saying? We're completing update 41, and we're moving forward into the new update of update 42. That's how we fulfill the updates, and that's how the information that we have. You can just look at a version like 9.5.0. You're like, that's kind of meaningless. No, it's not really meaningless. The thing about showing the versions that we have, such as you see on the screen here of 9.3.5, this is basically the only thing we have like to show. I'm going to show right here with the 9.3.5 and the pictures. These are the important things of seeing like a regular image of for the patch notes, so we know kind of where we are. You see what I'm saying? This is exactly how Elder Scrolls Online works. We got to read the patch notes. We got to read what the information is for the upcoming things, to where we get the update completed. When we see a regular picture such as this little, it's like a little sliver or a little box, if you want to call it. This is a really fun thing to look at. When we know that this is completed, we know our job is being done. This is an important thing to understanding. Just words do mean a lot to some people, and when you actually understand the meaning, you're going to jump right in. That's a great thing to be looking at the patch notes, because we're completing the update. Not only are we completing the update, we're completing to get the next chapter released here in June. This is a great thing. So welcome to the Elder Scrolls Online version 9. So we have the number 9 for 9.5.0. So we have the version 9.3.5 that's being shown in here. And our first DLC for 2024, Scions of Italia. This DLC features 2 challenging new 4-player PvE dungeons, Oathsworn Pit and is a training ground for Malakath's Chosen. And the God of Curses demands you enact revenge on behalf of the fallen. So we got to learn a little bit more about what the fallen has. This, when we kind of think back over in the 5th version of Elder Scrolls, over in the little land of Skyrim, we think about the snow elves. So kind of when we think of the snow elves, these are like old orcs. The Oathsworn Pit is more likened to old orcs, as this information is being presented more. This looks like the Oathsworn Pit is the snow elves of old. You see what I'm saying? They're orcs. They're not snow elves, but they're orcs. Orsimer. In Bedlam Vel, located in the Deme Plain of Maelstrom, you'll find cultists have invaded, and it's up to you to defend this ancient vault and the mysterious relic it protects. Completing these dungeons gives you the chance at obtaining a number of new item sets, collectibles, achievements, and more. As part of the free base game update, we've added 3 new PvP item sets that are earned from Rewards of the Worthy, in addition to a new antiquity. We've also unified gear repair kits to aid in any inventory woes, and siege equipment will also now stack. Undaunted key rewards have been increased also, and we've also updated graphic settings, presets, and the minimum specs for the game. We hope you enjoy this year's first DLC, which is approximately 2.26 gigabytes in size, as this will change as some of this stuff just doesn't compute in, and then we're like, yeah, whatever, yeah, it works, and that's good enough. So we're in the table of contents, new features, updates, big changes. Scions of Italia DLC game pack with 2 new dungeons, new item sets, achievements, and titles. Update 41 base game. As I was talking before, once we get the total versions in, we have completed the update 41 base game, to where we're basically mirroring over in a mirror number. You see what I'm saying? By the time that things like version 9.5.0 get transmitted and get communicated and understood, look at what we're going to do. We're going to switch over in the information that we see. This almost basically the same type of stuff. We'll have little green colored letters and blue colored letters and all sorts of different things of that nature. it's going to say update 42 base game once we have the versions all communicated. A great thing, huh? We got unified repair kits, stackable siege weaponry, new rewards for the worthy, new antiquities, new collectibles, increased undaunted key rewards, tutorial updates, new furnishings, new container icons, UI font rendering. Might be something for you guys to look in here in the future. That's a big complex part of playing some of Elder Scrolls game series. That's some really sweet stuff. Mean spec update. Updates to graphics, settings, presets, combat and gameplay, combat and abilities, itemization and item sets, companions, and those new companions in the next upcoming chapter here in June, which is coming up here really quick. So we're going to have to gear up, and I'm probably going to just be yap, 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 yap. So what are those new companions? Have you guys found out what the new companions are for the next chapter of Gold Road? That's going to be awesome to find out. So the Oathsworn Pit, that's going to be interesting. I don't think that the Oathsworn Pit, just thinking about if I was in the next chapter, if I was going over to certain places of where the Oathsworn Pit is, I would be looking in like, yeah, that's pretty sweet. So what companions are there? That is a sweet thing to think about, like what companions are available in the next chapter. As here tomorrow, you guys are going to be super stoked about what's going on with the daily login rewards. So tune in tomorrow and you'll start learning a little bit more how special this teaser is, as you'll soon find out how you will really love what we are going to be receiving here tomorrow. With fixes and improvements, chapters and DLCs, base game with new features, updates, big changes, DLC game pack with 2 new dungeons, Oathsworn Pit. For centuries, the secluded retreat of Oathsworn Pit has been a proving ground for followers of Malacath. Honing their martial skills in the shadow of the Daedric Prince, a band of wood elves, calling themselves the Recollection, have recently arrived with an ultimatum. Join their army or die. Bending the knee to these usurpers would draw shame in the eyes of Malacath, and battle commenced. Now the lodges of the pit stand against the Recollection to free themselves from the shackle of servitude, but do the wood elves have another motive? This is a very interesting thing in the lore and theories of the next chapter coming in. What are the wood elves doing over in Gold Road? What are they doing in Hrothgar? Why are the wood elves? What's their motive? Why did they migrate over to a certain area where most likely orcs are living and living peacefully? Look at what happens with the Recollection. The wood elves will finally start to understand that they kind of intruded upon most likely some orc land. And what happens with the orcs, they're having all sorts of problems with the wood elves, and look who steps in. The Red Guards start stepping in with the orcs. This is the theory of what's going on inside of the lore with the Recollection. So that's something to think about as you guys are looking forward to getting into the next chapter. With Bedlam Vel, the workshop of Fa Nuit Hen. Bedlam Vel has been invaded by a mysterious force calling themselves the Blind Path, and led by, I don't think that her translating tool is going in right. So I don't know if she wrote if she was meaning to write LEAD, but it's an LED. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've got some metal led by an imposing Daedra known as the Blind. Her forces have seized control of the workshop. You're like, Where are her forces? Oh, she's got many forces. You just don't even know it. Searching for an artifact of great importance, the Echo Mirror. Fa Nut Hen, ever delighted by surprises and tests? Are you surprised? Are you surprised by her forces? Fa Nut Hen, ever delighted by surprises and tests? Is amused by this intrusion and could he remember what the Echo Mirror was or where it was? He undoubtedly sealed away. He would undoubtedly seal it away. One thing is for certain, the artifact must not fall into the hands of the blind and her forces. So the question is here in Bedlam Vel lore, what is going on with the Bedlam Vel lore? That's very interesting. Who is he, and what is he not remembering about the Ekmir? What is the depicted hero of the next chapter? You know what I'm saying? We're all into the Arcanist. The Arcanist. What did the Arcanist? What's the did the Arcanist get his period? See what I'm saying? Other people call it a pap smear. Did so who is this this person that's being talked about? It's not the Ekamir. Maybe the Ekamir is the depicted hero. On to a hand. But the Ekamir is just an artifact. That's what it says right there. Who's the hero? Like, what is the person that is thinking they're the Arcanist? All of a sudden, they're like, "Hey, I'll be the Arcanist, but hey, I'll be the Equinir." They're like, "You're not the Equinir because that's an artifact." Like, blah 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 hen. The Echo Mirror. The Echo Mirror. The Echo Mirror. Oathsworn Pit and Bedlam Vel are 4-player dungeons which can be reached via the Riok and Rothgar respectively. Oathsworn, back up, yes! Did you see the ESO world premiere? Did you see that? Did you see the ESO world premiere 2024? That is like, yeah, in the pit. Like, I always like watching the food being made. Not very known, but yeah, I do. I really like watching the food being made. It's kind of calming and makes you want to have some food. It makes you want to either like cook some food or like go get some food, like over like at a fast food place or whatnot. Bedlam's Val's entrance is located in western Rothgar, north of the Siege Road Way Shrine. Both dungeons include a normal version in addition to a veteran version. Each dungeon features challenging hard modes for each of their 3 boss encounters. So you guys are going to want to start getting more involved in deathmatch so you can take out those 3 boss encounters that you might encounter most likely in the next chapter. There are unique item sets, including the 2 new Undaunted Monster Mask sets. Have you seen Panther yet? Only available within the dungeons. Unique achievement awards are available for completing the dungeons, including the following. Unique skin, the blood marks of Malakath, are available for those who complete both Oathsworn Pit and Bedlam Vel on at least veteran difficulty and trigger the achievement Scions of Athalia Delver. Are you going to let her forces in? He? Fa knew it hen. Fa knew it hen. Fa knew it hen. 2 unique mementos. The Malakath Helm Haunt and Echoneer Examination. Mementos are available players who complete Oathsworn Pit and Bedlam Vel, respectively, on at least veteran difficulty. So if you want to be the Echoneer, well, you're going to have to complete Oathsworn Pit and Bedlam Vel. Most likely, you won't be the Echoneer. Are you the Arcanist? If you're the Arcanist, you ain't coming in, and you know that. Unique die. Artifact Hunter Amber is available for those who complete the Retribution Takes Time achievement. Several titles, unique housing items, new item sets. We have added several new item sets and monster masks to acquire from the Scions of Athalia dungeons. Don't you love this? If you don't play Elder Scrolls, you're just listening to me like, that sounds so interesting. Bedlam Vel, light armor, blind path, induction. 2 adds 1096 maximum magicka. 3 adds 4% healing done. 4 adds 1096 maximum magicka. Ding, 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 ding. 5. So we have the 9 and 5. Now we're looking for a 0. Increase the strength of your damage shields by 13% to targets 15 meters or closer to you. Increase your healing done by 13% to targets more than 15 meters away from you. Medium armor. Tarnished Nightmare. That would be a good cake name. Tarnished Nightmare. I want a slice of Tarnished Nightmare, please. 2 adds 657 critical chance. 3 adds 657 critical chance. 4 adds 657 critical chance. 5. When you deal critical damage to an enemy, glass shards burst 8 meters around them. Do you remember that you are receiving some soul gems today in your daily login rewards? Dealing physical damage to enemies in the burst and applying the Sundered status effect. Sundered status effect. Sundered status effect. What is that? Sundered status effect. Have you ever thought about that? Like what the sundered status effect is? So that dealing additional physical damage and applying minor breach for 4 seconds. Okay, what is the minor breach? You're trying to deal additional physical damage, and then you're trying to apply that minor breach. No, the minor breach can't come in. The minor breach for 4 seconds, reducing the target's physical and spell resistance by 2974. This effect can occur once every 8 seconds. You might be thinking you're like on Bodacious, you're like, every 8 seconds. And the damage scales off the higher of your weapon or spell damage. This says here, this effect, so this is the Sundered status effect. This effect can occur once every 8 seconds. And the damage scales off the higher of your weapon or just get spell damage. So the Sunder is like the Echoneer. You're waving around your wand, or you're like waving around your dagger, or your two-handed sword, and then you get the sundered status effect. 1 to a 10. Sounds good to me. So we have heavy armor, reflected fury, 2 adds 12. Oh, we have the 0 with, now we have the version 9.5.0 completed. That's some great stuff. Let's go further on to maximum health. 3 adds 1206 maximum health. 4 adds 1096 maximum stamina. You thought it would be 1206, didn't you? Uh-huh. 5. When you taunt an enemy with Econia, gain a stack of broken shards for 5 seconds, up to 5 stacks max. This is great stuff. This is great stuff. Are you ready for the end gauge? I'm ready for the end gauge. I'm ready for the end gauge to go down with Shadow Key. Get Shadow Key in there. Boom, 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 in Steam. You see what I'm saying? Get those files transferred over of Shadow Key into Steam, and then what we can do, we can start transferring the files over to where we can make more cartridges. You see what I'm saying? We can sell the cartridges of some of the game series, such as Stormhold or Oblivion or Dawnstar. I think there's another one in there, but I don't remember the other game series. You kind of see what I'm saying? We want to get the files transferred over so we can have cartridges available. Wouldn't it be sweet to just be like, this is what is seen. This is what I got for the N-Gage. It's like NTD. This is not enough information for the N-Gage from Nokia. This is all the information Nokia has for the N-Gage now. You know, they it's like they lost information from the, like, with the N-Gage specs of the minimum specs of the N-Gage, and then we're like, how the heck can we even sell this component when we don't have any information to give? You see what I'm saying? If you're going to buy an N-Gage, you want to make sure you outright buy the N-Gage. You don't want to buy the N-Gage with credit. What I'm talking about is that's the reason why the cartridges are so expensive. The N-Gage is for sale anywhere from $20 to $100. Very inexpensive. When we're talking about the cartridges, those go up very high. Some cartridges are from $150 to $3,000, depending upon the game series of Elder Scrolls. You guys want to make sure you outright buy the N-Gage. You don't want to buy the N-Gage with credit. Think about it. Buying a $20 item off of credit, that is not going to build your credit, and that is not going to pay people. Just have to explain that. That's what's going on with that. So make sure you actually outright buy the N-Gage when you look on throughout the internet on where you can find the N-Gage. It's very inexpensive, and it's a sacred tool. It's a very useful tool that's able to be used for communicating to other people. That's the important thing for us to get those things bought. You see what I'm saying? When Nokia will continue to produce the N-Gage, however, they have to have the backing. They have to have the information on what the actual specifications of the device. As you can kind of see what I'm talking about here with the daily login rewards and the version that's being presented. You guys might look at this. There might be a person who comes in like, "Hey, he's talking about version 9.3.5," but really, what I'm talking about is we're getting ready to fulfill update 41, where we're gearing to go over into update 42. What I'm doing here is presenting the present version of 9.5.0 that has been completed. It's all in here in the patch notes, and that's the important thing to understand. We need the patch notes, as this is getting a lot better in the internal device here. As you guys will soon see, this is going to be really helpful for us to understand the N-Gage console, to where we can bring in more Elder Scrolls games instead of just Shadowkey. Hopefully that's more understandable, and how you guys understand ESO Online a little bit more, to where we get those patch notes in for Nokia, to where they understand that that the game console is really a valuable tool within Nokia. And so I'm asking Nokia to start producing the N-Gage, to where we have a viable communication device for Elder Scrolls. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your drive. I will be right back. All right, having the button here is being a little touchy. I'm gonna take a little quick break as I was doing some quick thoughts. Hopefully, those of you guys get over here tonight over in Hoquiam as you're journeying and adventuring over from Aberdeen. If you haven't got over to town yet, start gearing for game night here at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock is drawing near, so it's an important thing for you guys to go over. Takes a lot longer than you would have ever imagined going over from Port Angeles over to Forks. That's a long ways. When you think about taking a drive and going in the circle, what's happening here in the direct location is what's happening is we're circling. You see what I'm saying? Those of you in Aberdeen can get over here within 5 minutes. It's an important thing for you guys to get involved and be here by 7 p.m. so we can actually circulate the circle to where we can get to the larger population of Port Angeles. You see what I'm saying? Shelton is not that big. However, they're closer to Port Angeles than those of you in Aberdeen. So those of you in Aberdeen, get over here and start circulating. It's an important thing so we direct traffic away from city dwelling. Do you understand what I'm saying? There is a little pothole inside of the circle. And what I'm doing here is we're moving over from Port Angeles to Shelton. Do you understand what I'm saying? Those of you in Aberdeen have to move over here to Hoquiam. Hopefully that's more understandable. I'm going to take a quick break here. You guys are having a good drive, and these buttons are getting a little bit better. Just got back here. Hope you guys are enjoying your drive. As we're looking into the daily login rewards, those of you guys over in Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation should be reassured that your guys are going to be receiving some soul gems here today in the daily login rewards, as Red Leah is looking beautiful as always. This is some great stuff. Looking into what the daily login rewards is. This gears us for the next chapter. This is a great thing. Looking into the daily login rewards. Those of you guys that are coming over from Aberdeen over into Hoquiam here tonight for tonight's game, this is gonna be a great thing. You kids can gear your grandpas and grandmas, your moms and dads with Fa Nuit Hen, and that will gear you guys getting over to game night here tonight. This is a great thing, as you guys it's like a small little family that like loves Elder Scrolls. It's a great thing. Great thing. So what I'm going to do here right now is I am going to see here. Yeah, I don't think that is going to put on this big, but this is how small the actual end gauge is. You can kind of see it right here. This is what the actual end gauge looks like. I don't know exactly how this works, like on the backside. This is very ingenious. This is what this looks like. With it saying like insert the SIM card or something. In here, Fa Nuit Hen. Fa Nuit Hen. That's pretty sweet. Well, looking at this little. It's the Econeer. It's the Econeer. So that's the Isn't that fun? That is super fun. Get the end gauge is working. The end gauge is working. You think it will work for the next chapter? Quite possibly. Then see the blue, like the blue over here on like the pictures that you might see, but this is a really good tool for Elder Scrolls. Like a little baby console. Engage. I love when you engage. Hopefully these things grow. That's a great thing. Hope you guys are enjoying Drive and getting over here into game night as we are gearing towards getting the what's going on inside of the 4 set items here today. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch over here to Akazu's ESO in Twitter, and we're going to do a little bit of work here for the 4 set items. Let's see here. So we have, let's see here. Okay, so we got that working. Now I'm going to look over here into ESO Online. So make sure if you're doing this kind of thing, if you're looking over on Akazu ESO over on Twitter, make sure you're logged into Twitter to where you can see the message properly. What I'm going to do here in ESO Online is I'm going to log in to ESO Online again. This is just the way the system is. So if you're just getting involved with Elder Scrolls, you'll kind of understand a little bit more of why you have to log in again. If you are looking at the system, this is a very sensitive site. So what I'm suggesting is you most likely have to log in again. If you have logged in like recently, like within like the last 2 hours, you might look and like, hey, I'm logged in. I see my account profile. I see it, but you most likely won't see your account logged in, just because the system is really sensitive. Hopefully the ElderScrollsOnline.com is getting transmitted more properly, and we're getting more tuned by getting the time clocks better in tune together. So what I'm going to do here right now, I'm going to be looking into the 4 set items that we have available. Wow, the end gauge is pretty sweet. I love the end gauge. I can't wait to see some of the different game series in Engage. Yeah, not taking anything away from the next chapter. That's going to be a sweet thing. Let's see here in the. So going over to the Crown Store. What does the Crown Store have in store for us? So this is something, those of you guys in getting prepared for tonight's game, this is going to be some great stuff to look into buying here tonight. What in there? Not for sure what's in there just yet. I'm going to look in here. We have some new items. Yeah, moon biscuits sound really good. Okay, so this is a lot of information to take in, so I'm not going to explain this completely because this would confuse you guys if about what I'm talking about. What is going on? We need some moon biscuits. Not just moon biscuits. Moon biscuits. Moon biscuits. This is taking so long. That's the weird Moon biscuits are going to cost you 4,000 crowns. And for those of you that are ESO members, it's you 2,800 crowns. Let's see here. Moon biscuits. Wouldn't you like to have some moon biscuits tonight? Like biscuits and gravy. Like I went over to the local store here earlier in Aberdeen, and I was looking at the biscuits and gravy. I was like, you know what? Where is this legendary? Where is this legendary moon biscuits? Aww. Logged in, but moon biscuits. Come on, get the moon biscuits in. We gotta move. Gotta move. So, really quick here, I'm gonna look to make sure that logged in to ESO Online again. I'm logged in. That's showing promise. However, why is that not showing over on Akazu's ESO? That's the question, and that's what this study is for us to picture. Okay. And biscuits tonight will be my favorite. I want moon biscuits. It's another word for biscuits and gravy. Moon biscuits. Make sure you get your moon biscuits supplies at the local store. You know what I'm talking about. Either going over to Mobile One or Fairway. You want to make sure you get your moon biscuits tools. So, are there biscuits at the local store? So there we go. So this is great. This looks like this is the same one. And is a cat statue. Most likely a cat statue. Moon biscuits. So we got here, the moon biscuits went through imaginarily. Get your moon biscuit tools so you can make yourself a moon biscuit recipe. I would love to eat some moon biscuits with you. Now what we have to do, those of you guys over in Aberdeen have to get over to Hoquiam here tonight in order to to make some moon biscuits. So you can get the 4-set pack of the Moon Bishop's Sanctuary. So what comes in the Moon Bishop Sanctuary? What are you gonna get by paying 4,000 crowns inside of the crown store? This is all helping us out for the next upcoming chapter of Gold Road. So those of you guys that are looking and are gearing towards going into the next chapter, this is the very one you're going to want to look into. Gathering together and having moon biscuits, that's a great thing. What can you do over there? Like, hey, I want a table to where I can sit down like near the cat statue. Do you think you're a kitty? You do think you're a kitty because you might be a kitty. So kitties should start speaking about Whānau Hen. Like what does that actually mean? And it kind of sounds like come on, let's get going. Whānau Hen. Whānau Hen. So we got the first one off of Moon Bishop's Sanctuary that we've got that going. Now I'm gonna go further on to the next set in the 4-set of the crown store. We have Mr. Abner Tharn getting bust. Abner Tharn is busted. Abner Tharn is busted. Now, Mr. Abner Tharn, if you're going to get some moon biscuits, you're going to have to pay. Okay? Hey, blessed. You know Abner Tharn wants some moon biscuits. Are you the archetypical Abner Tharn? You soon will see. What is this? Let's see here. How is this going to be worded? Abner Tharn is busted. And nut. Okay, now why is this doing this? Abner Tharn. It's a talking statue. Yeah, don't you want Abner? Hey, kitties. Say the magical word. I would suggest, like, we share some moon biscuits. Make sure you get the cake, and to where we can eat some cake together. Pretty simple. This is inexpensive for those of you that are getting into the next chapter. The actual talking. This will be really fun stuff. The talking statue for non-ESO members are 1,400 crowns, whereas ESO members is available for 980 crowns in the crown store. Very inexpensive and something fun to get involved with the family. Something to look forward to when you have nothing better to do. You know what I'm saying? So we've got Abner Tharn not behaving just yet. Come on, Abner. Abner! Knew it. Hen. With the N. With the N, hen. You're like, you're not saying hun. I'm not saying hun. I'm saying hen. I'm saying darn. N with a hen. You busted, Abner Tharn. All right, so Abner Tharn. And Abner, we'll make fun of you if you start misbehaving again. Abner. Okay, this is not going through, but well, let's see here if ESO Online is still logged in. Okay, so ESO Online is still logged in, but why is the picture not going in? This is the same issue with the kitty picture. Why is the kitty picture not going in? I would like to know that. Moon biscuits. You got to get the moon. Abner. Donk. Cake box. Abner. This is a different type of for the cake. So just let you know. It's not that expensive with an ESO membership. Paying it's about like $8 a month. It's not that expensive, and it actually gives us a connection. So that's why I'm explaining how important these small things are to actually be able to go through and actually be paid for. It's so we can have the connection to where we see the pictures. This is what I'm explaining here of it is to seeing the pictures. And so I will tease Abner a little bit more. Come on, Abner. Are you Abner? Abner, are you there? I don't hear Abner. There's Abner. I knew you were being defiant, Abner. I knew you could get in there, Abner. And you can have some moon biscuits with me and the others. Abner? I know you're sitting on that table, Abner. Abner, when are you gonna talk? Abner. 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 Abner, I know you don't have any arms, Abner, but you're still sitting there on the table, Abner. We're getting closer. Getting closer. We need the icing for the astronaut cakes. We need a cake box for the cakes. Wow. This is something I really like to do in the game is work with the crates, the crown crates. That's really a fun thing to do, and so getting these in. This looks like that right there. I'm not for sure why the astronaut crates are 5,000 crowns, but that's what they are inputted as. So I'm sure there's some good information inside of the crates. So I'm going to switch over to a new cake box set. Abner. Abner. No, hen. No, that didn't work. Okay, not so spectacular, huh? So how do we do this? So I'm going to check here again, see that the account is logged in to ESO Online. Okay, so still logged into ESO Online. That's showing promise. So this has been what, over 20 minutes that ESO Online has been stable. That's truly, I mean, because sometimes ESO Online, sometimes after a minute, the account like logged off somehow. I don't get it. Why that sometimes happens. And so looking in here over to the account button, and then I'm going back to the game button, and then going over into the crown store. This is some really delicate. This is like a delicate procedure, like going into surgery almost. So we need to get the icing for the cakes. So those of you guys getting ready, get your moon biscuit tool, get some ice frosting for the cakes that you'll be making here later on tonight. Really need you guys to become involved that are coming over from Aberdeen, so we can have some good food. So that's not exactly working just yet. There we go. We got the Astronaut Cake box set coming in for you guys with the 4-set Flame Astronaut Crate set. Available for you guys in 5,000 crowns. Those of you guys that are going to split up the cost, what I'm suggesting is one group pay for the Flame Astronaut crates, and then another group pay for Abner Thornton. You know what I'm saying? The Abner Thornton bust, the Abner Thornton statue. We're gonna have some fun with the Abner Thornton talking to you guys. that's pretty fun. That's pretty funny. I think so. Hopefully you do too. All right, so we have the last of the 4-set coming in. We have the 3 of the 4 in. We're looking to get the last part of the game in for the 4-set in the Crown Store. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, this looks like this is becoming more understandable of what needs to be done. So we're going to get, I knew it, Hen with Shadow and Stone. Shadow and Stone. 4. Crown Store 4-set. Shadow and Stone. So I'm going to do this really quick. There we go. Gonna go back and check out in the account button to make sure that we're logged into ESO Online again. As you'll kind of start understanding how this is actually being transmitted. So we're logged in to ESO Online, going back to the game button, going to go over back to the Crown Store and into what the heck? Okay, so this was just changed over. Okay. Dun. So I'm going to go over to the Flame Astronaut. You gotten the Frost Astronaut crate yet? Uh-huh. I see what's going on, huh? You Cold Flames? Huh? Huh, Cold Flames? Abner Thorne's in there, and you know it. Get in there, Abner. Get in there, Abner. You're happening, Abner. Abner, you're not going to be able to get in the game otherwise. Look what this is. This is tonight's game. Look what this is. It's the Cold Flames versus the Flame Atronachs. This is truly what the game is. So, what was that? Shadow and Stone. Is there anything on Shadow and Stone? Oh boy. So so which one do we have in for the Flame Atronachs? Do we have the small set or do we have the large set? Because this information just came in. Looks like we have that looks like the large set. So this just came in. So that is the large set. So what is going to be the substitute for the Shadow and Stone? Looks like the Atronach Wolf is going to be seen, as this information was just switched over. So don't worry about that. It says Cold Flame Epidermis, Flame Atronach crate, another Flame Atronach crate, and Cold Flame Atronach. So what we're going to do here is we're going to present the Cold Flame Atronach Wolf as this information has just come in. The Shadow and Stone is not seen anymore, so we're going to see some like go with the wolfies. This is a cute wolfie. Cute wolfie. I think so. Cold Flame Atronach Wolf. What about Cold Flame Wolf? Cold Flame Wolf. Cold Farmer Wolf. You're a farmer? You're a farmer? Okay. Wolf. Abner. Okay, Okay, Wolfie. Check in here in the account button, and I'm gonna switch back over once sees that I see that this is we're logged in. That's a good thing. Go back to the game button. What do we have in the Crown Store? Huh. I don't see it yet. Okay, so the cute wolfie is in. See what the wolf did? The wolf actually had too much frost Atronach cake, and the wolf turned into a flame Atronach wolf. The wolf had too much frost Atronach cake. Abner? Okay, so the wolf has had too much cake. Okay, so that should work now. I'm getting the picture in. There you are, Wolfie. I knew you were there somewhere. Wait a minute. After years, after years of conjuring, Perugine Darini sought a new Daedra to compel to be her mount. So let's see here if that is what is the same information written in here. After years of conjuring, Perugine Darini sought a new Daedra to compel to be her mount. She took immediate liking to the cold flame Atronach found in the Daedric realm of Takubar. Summoning it in the form of a wolf just added extra flair. Very interesting. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to repost. Crown Store for set flame on Trunok Wolf. There we go. So we got that. Let's see here. Radiant Apex rewards. Huh. So this is what we got. I can say cold flame wolf. Let's do that. See if this goes in. Crown Store for set Cold Flame Wolf. Those of you guys over in Aberdeen have got to get over to Hoquiam. What is this? Why did that go off too? So there's multiple things that went off, but I'm not sure why. Can look into that. So anyways, I'm going to take a quick break. This is some good stuff. Seeing the information come in as the news segment is almost over. Hope you guys have enjoyed your drive and you get over to Hoquiam here tonight from Aberdeen, to where you can share some cake and also have some moon biscuits. That'd be some sweet stuff, huh? Hopefully you guys have a great night, and I will be back here later on. I just got back in here. Thank you guys very much for watching. And this is going to help you guys out tremendously going into the next chapter of Gold Road. The Cold Flame Atronach is going to beat all of those opponents that you have so much trouble in beating. The Cold Flame Wolf is going to take out all of those tough opponents that you couldn't beat before. That's a great thing to know. So hopefully you guys have learned a lot about Elder Scrolls. Have a good drive and get over into Hoquiam here tonight. Have a good game night. Hopefully you have a good rest of the day.